Run that back, Turbo.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the Next Man Up podcast. We got a special episode for you guys today. We're gonna call this our NFL draft special here. We got 2 very special guests with us today. First, we got Drew Daniel, defensive back out of Wagner College by way of Marist College.
Light Skin King.
And then we got my guy, Jon Kanda, wide receiver, tight end, by way of Marist College. Everybody give them a resounding round of applause. All right. So real quick before we get going, I just give y'all a chance real quick to introduce yourselves, talk a little bit about, your football career and kind of how you started playing and all that good stuff. Donnie, you got anything to say before we get going?
Well, fellas, I just want to say it's nice to meet y'all. This is my first time meeting y'all, and good luck through this whole process, and I hope it goes well for y'all and y'all get on the team and get to do what y'all love to do.
Thank you, man. Likewise. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right. So then with that being said, we'll start with Drew. Drew, just talk a little bit about how you started playing football. And I know this is going to be a long story for you, but
first time I played football, I would say it was probably kindergarten. Kindergarten and first grade is when I really started playing flag. And then second grade was the first year of tackle football, right? So ever since then, I just fell in love with the game, right? I played baseball and basketball as well too growing up. But football was definitely something I could tell at a young age that I loved, right? I was ecstatic, going to every practice, going to every game. And I can just tell that probably about my sixth and seventh grade that football was going to be it, right? I had an older brother who played basketball who was very, very exceptional at it, played at a high level, played in college,
right.
So I saw him going that route, but football was, it was something that took over me. It literally took over my soul. So about 7th grade, I knew I didn't want to go to my public high school, just because I wanted something that was, going to get a better education, right? But also I wanted the best type of football, right? Mm-hmm. So I researched, a few schools, and I knew a couple of guys that went to the school that I ended up going to called Pope John. And, I took the placement test. I got into the school, and then, I started my career there in high school. So, fast forward to all that, going to freshman year, I worked my tail off, right? And I was able to start as a freshman. I was a 4-year varsity starter. And I mean, since then, like I said, probably since 7th grade, I knew I wanted to play college football, and I knew I wanted to play in the NFL, right? So then, once I had the chance and the ability to start, and from there, it kind of just took off. I dedicated everything I could possibly do to try and achieve my goals of playing at a high level in college, but also playing the NFL. And then, that goes by. Senior year comes around, and I had only 2 offers. I had actually Wagner College, where I transferred at, and Marist College, obviously, where I ended up going for my undergrad, and I started at. And out of the 2 options, I felt that Marist was just a better overall fit. So I obviously, decided to go there. Was fortunate enough to play there and excel there. I got to meet you guys and become friends, lifelong friends, develop relationships, right? And then after playing 4 years there, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to go somewhere different, right? I want to change. I want to be able to adapt to new cultures, to new systems, to new coaching staffs. I just want a new experience, right? And like I told you before, like that's what life is all about. It's about adapting to the unexpected. You never know what can come. Look what's going on now with the quarantine. You never know what type of situation is going to come, and you have to adapt and you have to overcome. And I said, you know what? Let me put myself in an uncomfortable situation. Because obviously, being at Marist, I would have started going back to my 5th year since I, started for a few years. But I said, let me go to a different school and try to see, what I can bring to the table there, right? But also, what can I learn there too as well?
Yeah.
And that was probably just the biggest determining factor of why I wanted to transfer, right? I just wanted to grow. I wanted to learn, because it's about learning every single day and growing and trying to be better than you were yesterday. So that's really what I want to do. It wasn't necessarily about getting a certain amount of stats, which I already did that at Marist, right? It wasn't to go there and start. It was about to learn more about myself and learn what I'd be able to do going through a new school, a new system, and have going somewhere where everything is just so unfamiliar. And then, and then I played my 5th year, pretty good season. And, now it's hopefully I'll be able to play in the National Football League. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the ultimate goal right there.
Best,
Hey, Jon, just talk to us real quick, because we know you got a unique story about how you started playing football, man. Just talk to the people real quick. Let them know how you kind of got started and how you ended up where you're at today.
I mean, one of the main reasons I started playing football was because, all the dudes at school that was getting the girls, they were football players.
That's facts, though. That's facts.
Right.
But then I always wanted to try, coming from Congo, like I came to a new country. I kind of just wanted to prove myself, I can do this. I can play football and be one of the best out there at my school. Because I went to a Wale High School first, but it was in Columbia, Maryland. So I was chatting up with the guys and all. I told them I wanted to try out, and they kind of just laughed at me. You feel me? I was like, damn, like that. So I'm so then I happened to transfer to a new high school, and I think I was taking summer classes there, and then I seen a football coach and I seen the guys working out, so I walked up to him. I asked him I wanted to try out. I never played football before, and I kind of asked him if I could try out for the team, and he was like, yeah, I was pretty skinny at the time, man, but he was like, yeah, you got the size, you tall enough. So yeah, summertime I started working out with the team, and I kind of just started playing football then. But so I was on JV my first year, so he was my sophomore year of high school. That's when I started. I was a JV, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing, so I was just. Because I happened to be the biggest guy on the team, or the tallest kid on the team, so just gave me shorter pass and put me at running back, and I was just running the ball, not even knowing where I was going, not reading blocks or whatever. But so then I asked my dad if I could buy a PlayStation, and then we bought the game Madden. So me and my brother, we just play Madden, watching a lot of YouTube videos, just kind of learning the game through Madden and YouTube, and I had a couple of my friends that would take me on the field, run routes, do some drills, kind of help me understand the game better. And then from my sophomore year to my junior year, I transitioned to wide receiver. But I played soccer my whole life, so I wasn't really good with my hands catching the football. So I struggled a lot with that, and going from running back to wide receiver. So then it was kind of hard, So then after that season, our running back I graduated, so my coach talked to me about playing running back again. So I moved back to running back, and he was just I had the best season of my life at high school, my senior year, and then that's when I started getting recruited. Well, I did start getting recruited my junior year, but English was really a issue for me because I didn't really speak it that well. So my ACT scores, the math part was really good, but the English part was not what you expected. So the couple offers I had my junior year dropped. So then Marist came along just my senior year after the football season. Coach Johnson, yeah, you guys probably just this bold ass head, man, just walking in the just talking to me about Marist and stuff. So I'm just I never heard of Marist before, but it was an opportunity for me to keep playing football. So,
bro, Coach Johnson, the one that came in recruited me and Donnie at the same time, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he came and recruited us at the same time, bro.
Okay.
Damn, man. Nah, he's a cool dude though. He's
cool, man.
He really look out for me. So I get to Marist my freshman year, and then went through camp, and then last day of camp, Coach Johnson called me on the side and talked to me about I wasn't gonna be able to practice with the team or do any activities with the team because NCAA said I was not eligible. How you say that word again, man?
Well, eligible?
Yeah, that word. So he tells me that, and then the reason why he tells me that is just because my classes I was taking, I guess in high school, because I had to take ESOL classes, English as a second language. So I guess it didn't really count throughout for college credits and all that stuff. So they told me after that I was gonna be able to do spring ball again. So came springtime, same thing. I had to finish the whole year. So I basically took a whole year off of football. And all I was doing was basically because I came in at Marist at 190 pounds, but my sophomore year I was about 205, so I gained 15 pounds. Yeah, I think that's right, 15 pounds, and then I was just working out the whole time, just working out. We had freshman get free swipes and all that stuff, so I was just in the cafeteria working out, class, and all that stuff.
Eating good.
Hell yeah! So then. Sophomore year, that's when I came back, and it was kind of rough. It was kind of hard, picking football back up. So it took me a while, but it was an okay season. And then my junior year, that's when I think that's when Henry got hurt.
Yeah.
Our tight end got hurt, and then Coach Berg asked me if I wanted to play the position. It was random, but I didn't want to play tight end at first. Because he was H-back, tight end, and all that stuff. So I didn't really like it at first, but it was if I played that position, since Henrik was hurt, and I was gonna split time me and Lou. So I was okay, that's cool with me. I didn't really play sophomore year, so I started playing tight end. So it was kind of hard transition, but I'm physical, so I made something out of it. So I think that was kind of a blessing for me, transition to tight end, but it required me to gain weight. But we can't really gain weight at Marist. You don't got no swipe.
Stupid.
You feel me? So then,
bro, you ain't never lied, man.
The struggle, man. So yeah, so after that, I had an okay season. I was making the blocks at 22 ice, call 10 times in a row, a couple, So then my senior year, well, that's when my senior year, that's when Justin was getting all the scouts coming practice and all that stuff. So I think that really helped me out because that's when they started using me more as a slot tight end attached, putting me outside, and just let me go vertical and all that stuff. And with the scout coming into practice and all that, mostly every day, and then they come for Justin, and they're I think Drew, you already had transfer, or you was hurt, right?
No, I was at this point. I was hurt, so I was the beginning, the first 6 games, I was injured.
Yeah.
I went from the surgery, so.
So he started with the Dolphins at first, and then they had asked about me and stuff to Coach P, because so then they say they were gonna come back during next year. So then going through my redshirt junior year, probably one of the great seasons I had, the best season I had at Marist. I went for 6 touchdowns and all that stuff, and then we changed our OC, so that the next year I wasn't really going verticals and all that stuff, running deep routes. He was basically flat routes and sticks and corners, but not really. So I got hurt week 5 or week 6, and I was out for 4 games. So that really kind of hurt my stats a little bit. But I really don't care about stats like that as long as we win. But we rarely do that shit anyway. But
oh my God.
It's been kind of
man. But yeah, man. So that's really how I got into football though.
Yeah. All right. Quality stories right there.
Yeah, it's nice to know, man. So Drew and Jonathan, man, how do you feel Marist and Drew for you, Marist and Wagner, prepared you for the NFL, like for what's about to come your way?
Right, you want me to go first?
Go ahead, bro.
I mean, in terms of Marist, you know, coming out of high school, you're going to something that was very, very unfamiliar. Meaning, right now you have to go and you have to grow up as a man. Right, your parents aren't there. They're not babying you anymore. You know, they're not holding your hand. So I had to learn a lot, and I know a lot of people had to learn a lot. Being very, very independent. Right, now you have to deal with getting up every day. You have to deal with time management. Right. Well, how am I going to be able to do all my homework, go to practice, have a social life, talk to girls, whatever, have friends, whatever you want to do, go out, party if that's what you do. And how am I gonna, deal with all this? How am I gonna judge with all this? And I think time that pretty much set me up with time management a lot, right? In terms of, I would say when I went to Wagner, it was more essentially focused on football, right? So I really had everything that I needed, or I learned, I'm sorry, at Marist. And at Wagner, it was like, all right, now everything's got to be about football, right? How can I be more prepared to play in the NFL? Because obviously that's the goal. I want to start. I want to do this. I want to do that. But at the end of the day, it's like the main goal is to play in the NFL, right? So how am I going to get better every day, right? What am I going to do? What steps am I going to take? What actions am I going to take to improve my game, to improve my person every day? That's going to allow me to play in the NFL. Because, not just because you not necessarily have a great season doesn't mean you can't play in the NFL, right? And like I said before, I just wanted to get better and learn more about myself and develop through a different college in terms of football and grow and see where that really is going to lead me.
Yeah. I feel that.
So,
go ahead, John.
Oh yeah, the way Marist helped me just like in a lot of ways, especially like getting like a new tight end coach like Coach Dashes and like more like understanding like the tight end position more. He like really like helped me. Him and Demba actually like took a lot of time with me, going through like zone schemes, like and all that stuff, the steps, like the proper way to approach a block and all that stuff. So like I say Marist like really kind of like, and like the struggle also, like you live in this situation where you don't want to live again for the rest of your life, the not eating part, the like going to sleep sometimes hungry, you got to sneak in the cab, get in trouble, stuff like this,
right.
So like that part really kind of like motivated me to like, I want to be better, like in life, like I don't ever want to like be hungry like going at night. So like it kind of pushes you like to like just like go hard, because it's only gonna be temporarily. Like I'm only gonna be there for like an extra year, like an extra semester. I might as well just go hard and try to get drafted or make a team somehow. So Marist really helped me out, like especially the coaches like Tasha's and Demba really helped me like transition from receiver to tight end.
Right. I mean, and I think we can all attest to this. Just the fact that going to college kind of teach you about yourself.
Right.
You learn about yourself as a man and what you can deal with. Because look, I mean, as much as being a Division I athlete or being an athlete in college in general is like a real glorified and great thing, bro, it's not always sunshines and rainbows. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gonna find out about yourself, man. It's some dark days. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole college experience. So. I mean, I think y'all really attested to that too, and those were actually some really good stories, man. Some good insight there. What I want to touch on next with you guys, real quick, is just kind of talk to me about how, with this whole pandemic going on now, how you've had to readjust your whole pre-draft process. Everything from your pro days, your workouts, what you guys can eat, what you've been getting, where you've been, all that good stuff.
All right. Well, fortunate enough for me, I was able to have one of the few pro days, right? So I was able to go in front of a bunch of scouts and perform and showcase my abilities, right? like I said, fortunate enough for me, I had that luxury. What was the next part of the question?
Just talking about, your pre-draft process, agents, workouts, all that good stuff.
Right. So I was training down in Tampa, Florida at D1 training. So I was there preparing all for 2 months. So when I had my pro day, I would go back down there
We're losing you?
and train.
That's like Jersey connection, but
Yeah, hold on. We lost you for a second. Yeah, I hear you.
You know how to change locations, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I hear you now.
Yeah, there we go. You coming in clear now. All right, but
You
yeah,
should have said Jersey connection.
but yeah, just start back at either just the whole
Being in Florida.
being in Florida, pre-draft workout process, all that good stuff.
All right, yeah. So I was down in Florida, training on that. Had my pro day, and I was ready to go back down to Florida and train again. But then with all this quarantine, everybody was talking about this, that, you wouldn't be able to fly. I said, you know what, let me just stay here with my mom, just to make sure everything's safe. And, I don't want to get stuck in another state and not be able to come back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of me working out now, I just been doing a lot of field work, right? Not a lot of strength and conditioning. I'll do a lot of calisthenic stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of field work, a lot of core work. I'm not gonna get the core right. Summer coming up too.
Right.
So doing a lot of core work. And yeah, just preparing as the best way possible that I can with, the situation that I'm dealt with.
Right. Jon, talk to us, man. I know you was down in Texas getting some work in, man. Talk to me about some of the adjustments you've had to make.
Oh yeah. Okay, so basically it kind of sucked because I was supposed to have my pro day in March 24th, like a day after my birthday type. So I was thinking about it. I'm just like, it's gonna be like a birthday gift for me,
Yeah.
But then it was supposed to be in New York, and then I would never have that chance to do that shit again, work he was gonna help us a lot, especially for us small school guys and all that stuff. You prepare for this, make a name for yourself and all that stuff, but then you can't even do that because of, I'm not mad about it because everything happened for a reason, so I wasn't really sweating it, but I kind of just wanted that experience, to work out in front of a lot of NFL scouts and all that stuff, but it's something we're not going to have again. And then the second thing is that really sucks is the workout part, the workout part, you can't, they can bring you in for a workout, have a private workout with the team and all that stuff. So, and then I feel like that we can't really, how can I say that, increase our stocks, because we can't really showcase what we have and all that stuff. But what we did though was since I couldn't have a pro day, we did the virtual pro day. So we would record stuff and all that stuff. A lot of guys did that too. So but it wasn't enough for teams and all that stuff there, because nobody could really confirm they say it wasn't legit. So they wanted to a scout to be there. So it was a private pro day in Houston. So I'm in Dallas right now. It was a private pro day in Houston. Only 10 guys were there, and it was one former Brown scout. So they're pissed. Basically after a week of doing because let's say I did my pro day stuff, my recorded everything today. So I basically stopped working out. I'm taking a break from workout it was really intense. Just right after 2 weeks, so I'm taking a break. I'm not doing any exercises, doing drills and all that stuff. And then 2 weeks after that, let's say on Tuesday, my agent called me and tell me if I was to tell you that you have a private workout, private pro day on Friday, are you gonna be ready? Like, I ain't gonna say no. I'm not gonna be ready. Like,
Yeah.
then you just back your stuff. You drive to Houston, and then he happened, but like he wasn't really like the best like atmosphere that I was looking for because he was only like one team there. But like he's kind of like he was just like another how do you say that again? Another chance to like showcase your talent. But like so we did that. They recorded everything, the field workout, the running routes, the drills, and all that stuff, the testing and all that stuff. So we have all that on tape, and I was able to like my agent were able to like send it to teams and stuff. But the big take I take about it is just like the missing out on like just working out in front of Scott, that experience that we never gonna have. Well, I mean, Drew had it.
Yeah, I had that shit, man.
Nah, I feel you, man. That's a tough adjustment, not being able to get that full pro day experience that you might have wanted, where there'd be multiple teams and multiple people, and you just out there doing what you love, so
right.
You can do something. But just to segue into this next part of it, I mean, we've been playing football long enough. We've all seen a lot of talented players throughout our time, a lot of talented teams, things like that. Throughout your career, I need both of y'all to tell me who you think is the toughest player that you've personally had to go up against in a matchup. So whether it be a linebacker, a DB, a receiver for you, Drew, if you're playing DB, who's the toughest matchup you've had to face throughout your career?
Ooh. I would say, I mean, to be honest, the toughest person I probably had to play was on our own team was playing against Justin.
Right.
Somebody who had a chance to play in the NFL last year, had an opportunity. But he was just so dynamic, very explosive, fast. Obviously, ran a 4.3, could catch, could jump out the roof. He was so good in every aspect of his game that every time you lined up with him, you had to be on point.
Right.
But I know there's a lot of notable guys that we played against. We played against the Dayton tight end, who's kind of knows he's supposed to be one of the top tight ends in the draft coming up.
Top 5.
That's it. There you go, right there. I locked him down, though. Right off that knee surgery, I locked him down. No, I got the film. The eye in the sky don't lie.
Right.
I'm saying? I got the film. But no, yeah, he was good. He's very good. Donald Payne, linebacker for the Jags. I really don't do much against him, but I've seen him play, obviously. And then
I'll tell you personally, D. Payne was a good player, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, he
was good.
That boy was
he was good. And then a corner from San Diego, Jamal Agnew, who's starting punt and kick returner for the Detroit Lions. So he was good too. And I know he gave Justin a tough battle too. So if anybody's giving Justin a tough battle, I would say they're pretty good. So
right. Kanda, what about you, man?
Well, it's funny because like if we talk about like our team, like I say like Wes, Willie Barrett, because I have to go against the linebacker, and Willie is not like he's a linebacker, but he's everything like corner, safety, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like he's like really hard to like just like run past and all that stuff. Cause he's fast too. So like I said, Willie, my boy Drew right here, little man,
Nah, but you just told us
Beans, Justice, Webb. But like the other teams, I really don't like. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like when we watch films, I just know the numbers, but like I don't really know like the names and stuff. So like I'm just trying to do them dirty, So like I don't really remember like I know the dude from Stetson. I think it was a strong safety or something like on the Rover or something, number 15 from last year.
Oh, okay.
Big white boy, like stocky as hell. Like he was tough to go against, but I still had like 100 on him, you know, feel me? So,
You still got to do your thing, though.
Nah, yeah, and then San
That was
Diego
big.
played too. San Diego, Jacksonville, they were all right too, but like I don't really know like the names and stuff.
Right.
Nah, I hear you.
Feel you.
All right, and then
So
go ahead, Donnie.
So talk about the movement. I got a question for you guys. Talk about the movement. Like, you know what I mean? It's in about 24 hours, the draft's going to be started. So, I mean, rather it's hearing your name called or getting a call from a team, like, just talk about the movement, the excitement level that's going to be for you guys and your family.
Right. As far as me, I just try not to think about it too much because I get excited easy, right? So that's just going to have my emotions running all over the place, right? And I mean, it's the same thing for me for a game too. Rich knows I'm a big R&B guy, so I listen to R&B before games. You know what I'm saying? I like jazz music. I like to mellow out. You know what I'm saying? I know that's very opposite of what a lot of guys like to do. A lot of guys like to listen to, you know, a lot of pumped up trap music, whatever, heavy metal, whatever they listen to get going, ready, you know, to kill somebody. But you know, I'm the opposite. I get overly excited that to the point where, you know, you tighten up too much, you can't really play, right? So I'm more
down.
Right. I'm more of just a relaxing guy. Like I try not to think about it. I try to do multiple things. I don't want to focus, you know, all my attention on one thing. And like I said, just get too excited that I overthink it, you know.
Yeah.
Really?
But you know, just living in the moment, man. Just going through the motions, going through it, and going through the ebb and flow of everything, really.
What's up, man?
Shit. You know me, bro. Like all this is like just like kind of just crazy to me. I still like I don't even think it's like real right now. So like I'm not even thinking about it until like I get a call or something. But like
Right.
I just been doing like going by my day the same way I always do. You know, play some FIFA here and here, like Madden, you know, 2K, all that stuff. Like I'm not really like thinking about it. It's crazy to think about, cause like, you know, just like I was saying, like in the beginning, like, you know, just coming from like high school, never played before, and then it's kind of like unreal, you know.
Yeah.
And but it's kind of, I just think it's just a blessing. I think it's just like God's work, to be honest. Like I don't think it's like all me. Like sometimes I feel like I'm lucky, but then when I think about all the hard work I've put in, I just think it's like just God's work, you know. Like He just put me in this situation. So like I'm really like thankful, and then just waiting for that call, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, for as much as you might feel lucky, you definitely put the work in. You earned it. You know what I mean? So you both should be feeling proud about yourselves, man, for making it to this point here. But I guess for our last topic, real quick, just to kind of sum it up, let's put it like this: me and Donnie here, we're executive GM for an NFL team right now. Right. You got to pitch us on why we should take you over the next one. We'll start with Drew.
Right. I would just say, you know, you're getting a good character guy, right? Good moral guy, a good person who can help you off the field, right? Someone who has a passion, that has a love for the game of football, who gets a certain type of euphoria, you know, every time he steps on that field. You know, in terms of real physical football traits, I'm very physical, right? I'm a physical guy, very instinctive. I'm quick, right? I'm very explosive, and I think those are the main attributes that a defensive back has to have. You know, especially when you're playing at a high level like the NFL. So you know, so really, those are the type of characteristics that I would explain to a NFL GM and try to tell him, you know, look, I'm the guy for your team. You know, so
John.
I'm just gonna be straight up and tell him, man, you sign me before I get mad.
All right. Now we know you can't do that. Look, man, this your chance to talk yourself up, man. Let me know, like, why should I take you over the next tight end, man?
Cause, man, I'm one of a kind, man. I'm not just no regular tight end. Like, I've played multiple positions. I know how to be aggressive. I know how to get you know, jiggy a little bit. Not too much, but I know how to get jiggy a little bit. Yeah. Like, I can jump off the roof. You know, I got good hands. I got good speed on me. I'm strong as hell. And I haven't even like reached my full potential yet, you know. So like with the right training, with the right people around me, man, I might be like the next Shannon Sharp, you know, my little,
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm just, and I'm a hard worker too. So like when I put something in my mind, I gotta achieve it, you know, no matter what. So they gonna get like the probably like one of the most versatile tight end in the draft.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm not scared to get dirty either. Like be on the line and do the dirty work.
I feel you. I know that firsthand, bro. You done lined up next to me more than one occasion, bro. I know we get to it. But hey, listen, man. I appreciate both of y'all coming on here. Donnie, you want to give some final thoughts real quick?
Yeah, man. Again, like I said, it was like Rich said, it was a pleasure to have you guys. And like I said at the beginning, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I personally now hope to hear both of y'all names called, and I expect updates on from both of you guys as much as possible. Good luck and enjoy the movement, like you guys said.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you having me.
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna say it like this because I know y'all a little bit more personally, man. Listen, I ain't gonna get all sentimental on y'all and start crying and shit, but listen. I know y'all boys since y'all came in freshman year, man. Drew, your little cocky ass getting on campus. I'm the best corner here, this and that, bro. And
that's right.
You coming in here, bro. You was just trying to figure it out and play ball, bro. Like, listen, I've seen the growth, man. I've seen the growth in both of y'all, man. Y'all both killers on that field, dog. I've seen it firsthand,
brother.
Like, listen, I'm so happy for y'all. Y'all know it's always love, man. You know what I mean? I'm so glad y'all put yourselves in this position to be able to even have the possibility to have your name called in the NFL draft. Because at the end of the day, when you play football, that's the goal. Everybody want to hear their name called. Everybody want to end up on somebody's team, no matter how it happens. All right, so look, I'm just proud of y'all boys, man. I'm glad y'all was able to do this. I appreciate y'all coming on the show, man. We trying to get this thing going. And I think this episode, y'all definitely gave us some really good insight into the draft process a little bit, especially going on with everything going on now. Right. I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best, man. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, Rich.
I'm locked in. Hope I hear y'all boys' names called, man, for real.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you guys, man.
Definitely, man.
And look, I'm not saying nothing, you know what I mean, but if I had to pick a team for y'all to go to, y'all already know what it is.
Fly Eagles fly.
Absolutely.
Eagles fly.
You already know.
Hey, listen, at Eagles, we got two of them right here, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
I vouch for these boys for myself. But look, I'm telling you, you got two dogs coming if you sign them. So, and that's to whoever pick y'all up. Y'all they gonna get a dog.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Yo, thank you for having us, man.
No problem.
Rich.
You know that's
pleasure,
all,
man.
No, you know that's
thank
all.
You guys.
We gonna ride out to Drew's song of choice for the song of the day. Hey, we got that "Gotta Give It Up" that Marvin Gaye. You heard? Let's go.
Gotta do it, man. I need it. Yeah, you hear that?
Oh hell no!
You know about that?
Leg kick, electric slide.
You know how we do it? Yeah, that's that old age jazz.
Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate y'all boys, man. For real, that was dope, man. For real.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you. Good luck.
This gonna be a good episode, bro. Listen, we're gonna put this out tomorrow, before the draft even gets kicked off, so we can really get some people in here, listening and talking to you, listening to what y'all got to say, and making sure we get y'all a little bit of time before the draft get going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, man. Good luck, fellas.
All right.
Thanks, Donnie, man.
I'll see y'all, man.
See ya.